Hey guys, so I figured since we're at 500 subscribers on the channel now, we would do something a little bit special. I was going to show all of our um, engines, or our engine collection, HO, O gauge, and N scale. We've got a few gauges, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do it since we've got quite a few engines and I think everybody would like to see them. So we're going to start off with the engines on the table. So I was going to start on the table just to get it out of the way. So first there's a Bachmann Spectrum K4, Lionel, Daylight, Western Pacific in the black scheme, Mantua 262, Pennsylvania, Mahano IHC, Camelback 260, Union Pacific. That one's really neat. Got that one just recently too. This is a Athearn SD60, custom painted, I believe. He did a pretty good job on it too. This guy I got a lot of those engines from. And then there's just a couple shells. There's this wood Rock Island kit. We're going to work on that. And then a couple of cast or stamped steel, not stamped steel, but cast metal A and B unit for Burlington. And we've got the Cato U25, Burlington Northern. And then over there's a Stewart Great Northern F unit. Up here on the shelf we've got the Spectrum Centennial and then the Rock Island Bachmann Doodlebug. Down here we've got quite a few. There's the B unit for the Stewart F unit, Bachmann F9, a Chrome one, Santa Fe, Bachmann F7 or F3, Union Pacific, Bachmann Prisoners of War F unit, Marks F3, B unit or an A unit, another Bachmann Pennsylvania F unit, Lifelike custom painted F unit for the car's livery, Model Power F3, Pennsylvania, Bachmann Chesapeake in Ohio, or a chassis system F unit, Athearn Burlington Route F unit. There's a Varney unpainted one, but somebody's painted the black, and I'm going to try and get that off. Then there's a Santa Fe F unit, which is a Lifelike, and then a Tyco one. And then another Bachmann F unit that's a Union Pacific, just exactly the same as this one. And then we'll go to the second shelf, which there is Lifelike, little 040, a IHC old style engine. I don't remember what they're called exactly. Then there's a Atlas Delaware and Hudson U30, I think. Another one that's a Illinois Central. There's a Proto 2000 E7 or E8. There's, I think it's an Intermountain E8 DCC Sound. There's a Athearn Electromotive SD60, and then it's an Athearn Alco unit of some sort, A and B unit. Then there's the John Bull train set. That's a Bachmann. The Bachmann Santa Gandy Dancer, and then the Bachmann Trackster van. And then there's a bunch more. Up here I thought that I'd get this out of the way. This is an Ives standard gauge engine. Work in progress, almost restored. My brother's been working on it. So now I'm onto the stuff in the boxes. There's an Athearn A and B unit, Burlington Northern F unit, a Athearn Roundhouse, it's an SD70, I think, or it's a Dash 9, Burlington Northern, or not, Norfolk Southern, that's what it is. There's a Proto 1000 New Haven Bud car, Bachmann Trackster, it's one of the like UPS trucks. There's an Atlas SD24, that one's cool. Then there is this is a GHC Camelback unpainted, which I've already done a review video on. Then there's this, it's a Cato, I believe it's in the box. It's a Cato SD70 Mac, BNSF, very nice. Then there is a Rock Island switcher, an Athearn, or one that's in the Rock livery. And then there's another Athearn switcher, which is a Rio Grande, which is exactly the same as the other one, except it's a Rio Grande. Then we've got the Pico European engine. I've done a lot of work on that one. and it's been quite a devil to work on. Then there is another Alco unit. It's a Southern Pacific. It's an Athearn in the daylight scheme. And then there is a Athearn Genesis 282 steam engine. So that one's neat, and that's all of the boxed engines. So now we're on to the big shelf. So we'll start here. There's a Lima electric diesel, European one, Athearn, John Deere, some sort of streamlined or faster engine. I don't know what they're called exactly. Then there's a Tyco City of San Francisco, Union Pacific F40PH, a lifelike, Lionel Burlington Northern, I think it's an GP38. There's an AHM 1 or an AHM Sealiner, Canadian National, and then there's a Santa Fe lifelike GP40 or something. And then Virginian, I don't know what exactly this model of engine is, but it's a Tyco. There's a Cox F unit, it's a Sioux line. Then back there's a Bachmann Virginian diesel, Tyco Chattanooga, RSO Santa Fe GP9 or 7, Lionel 462 steam engine, missing the back wheels though. Done a video on that one too. It's an AHM F40 or FP45. It's a Pemco 260 Mogul, which is really neat. Motor in the tender on that one. There's an AHM Tempo BL2 back there. Then there's a custom powered Burlington sort of doodlebug type deal. Bachmann 280 consolidation back there. AHM Baltimore and Ohio Sealiner. River Rossi GG1. AHM, I think it's an RS3. Then Tyco Durango GP10 and an American Flyer 210, or not the 210, 462. Then we've got some of the interesting ones, brass FP45, and then there's a Model Power 260 steam engine back there, a Roundhouse 260, or an 060. There's a British 060 right there. Then there's a brass GP7, little AHM switcher back there. There's another brass Burlington Northern. It's some sort of switcher, like an Alco switcher, I don't know what it is. There's a Fleischmann steam engine back there, British one, AHM SD40. It's a Tyco SD28-4. Then there's Bachmann 060, Athearn GP38, River Rossi it's an Alco U30, or a GE U30 or something. Varney engine, it's a 260, so I think they were the Casey Jones. Another Tyco 040, or it's a, not a Tyco, a lifelike. There's a Tyco GP10, River Rossi E7, Bachmann GP20 back there. There's a little RSO switcher there, Tyco Spirit 76, Bachmann Niagara, that one's really cool. There's a Bachmann, or not a Bachmann, it's a Lionel American Freedom train back there. Then there's a Rock Island E60 CP, and then back there is an old AHM, or not an AHM, it's a Mantua 060. Then this is the last of the HO engines. There's an Intermountain Farm Rail GP20, I think, little Lionel switcher, Walther's train line, Alco PA1, a dummy Athearn F7 or F3, and then there's the Bachmann E60 CF, and then there's the Marks 464 steam engine, and then a Frisco tender over there. So this is end of part 1. I'm going to show the N-scale engines and the HO, or not the HO, the O-gauge ones in the next video. So we'll see that soon.